Hello everyone and welcome back to IMO Reviews. Today we are discussing BARDO, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths on Netflix, directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu and starring Daniel Jimenez Cacho. A renowned Mexican journalist and documentarian returns home whilst maintaining a midlife crisis. Jumping straight into what I liked about BARDO, I'm just going to call it BARDO rather than its full title, but what I liked about it was that it was absolutely stunning. The set design, the choreography, the costume, the lighting, the camera work, all of it. It really is god-tier filmmaking as far as I'm concerned, and it's what I love and have come to expect from the director. It truly is inspiring and daunting to look at and think, oh my god, all of this was in one take? That must have been insane to do, because this scene's about 10 minutes long, and yet they nail it perfectly time after time. It's dazzling. There is very clearly a love of Mexico in this movie, and Mexican traditions, Latin music, history, food, and I love that aspect of the film. I felt like I learnt something about Mexico, what it means to be Mexican. It is a dual language movie with scenes in English and scenes in Spanish, which you'd think would be a problem. But no, it actually was the other way round. Spanish is a really beautiful language, and it did add to these characters. They are in Mexico, a lot of them are native Mexicans. This is how they would speak. Performances are really good in this movie as well, particularly from the main character of Daniel Jimenez Cacho. By the way, I apologise if I'm saying any of these names wrong. I'm just a simple Southie from England, you know, like, me don't know culture. But I did really enjoy his performance. I thought he was very complex as a character, and I thought he played it fantastically in what is a very off-kilter story. And speaking of its off-kilter nature, it is a different and weird movie at times, and I'm always up for original and weird, you know, with twists and turns that you don't see coming, and BARDO absolutely offers that. Sadly to a detriment though. It's so weird and so out of nowhere that you will be baffled and left speechless at times, completely stunned as to what's happening, what does this mean, huh? And I'm not too big to admit that maybe I didn't fully get this one. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely aspects of this movie that I was picking up and following and finding very interesting, especially the aspects of national pride and the history of Mexico as a country, and how these things can often be warped because, after all, as the saying goes, history is written by the victors. And all of that was great and really interesting. But then there's other aspects where it's just weird, and it seems to be weird for the sake of weird. And I don't really get how it attaches to anything else in the film. And yeah, it left me feeling a little bit lost and scratching my head. But then again, I can still be positive about that, because as much as I maybe didn't get it or didn't understand the nuance of the scene, they're still filmed fantastically. There is a stunt early on in the movie that genuinely floored me and made me think, how on earth did they do that? But I love movies that do that to me, that are so impressive I have to stop and think about how they did it. So I'm going to give BARDO a 4 out of 10. I did enjoy the film. I really did. I liked the performances, the way it was filmed, the subject matter, but it's just a bit too weird, even for me. And I like weird. I like weird a lot. It's also very, very long and unnecessarily so. And despite my interest towards the movie, I really don't feel that compelled to revisit it and see if I can get a better understanding. I'm glad I've seen it, but it didn't blow my socks off as much as I was hoping. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen BARDO? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, if you haven't had enough of this beautiful little face, you can always click on these suggested videos here and get yourself lost in an IMO wormhole. Stay safe out there, people. But if not, take care. I look forward to seeing you on the next review.